Hello again, everybody. Waybacksportscards, and we're here with a baseball box break to usher in the new 2022 season. You see here, we've got a box of 1990 CMC Premier Edition Pre-Rookie baseball cards, and I'm going to share a little bit of information about this on screen. 880 card set. Bought this box on eBay for $17.50. That was including shipping. So there's 36 packs in here, 12 cards per pack, 880 cards in the set. So you're certainly not going to complete a set with one box. Most of these are going to be players you've never heard of. There are 3 Hall of Famers featured in this set out of the 880 cards. Edgar Martinez, Jeff Bagwell, and Frank Thomas. And you'll see... actually, I'm going to show you right now. I've opened a couple of packs, and I've also put a few aside for a giveaway. You'll see there's a few major leaguers in here. There's definitely a few. I opened about 4 packs, so I found a short stack of notable, and I'm not saying, names you've probably heard of if you follow the game. Darren Holmes was a reliever. Bill Pecota, infielder. Roberto Hernandez was a closer for a long time, although he's in catcher's gear there. Bernard Gilkey. Travis Fryman, who I believe was even an all-star, Troy Neal, Bobby Meacham, who played with the Yankees for a few years, Omar Olivares, Jason Grimsley, Steve Searcy, and Darryl Kyle there in the background. And, these are the minor league cards. So you're going to see the back has actually got a color photo, small color photo with stats from the few previous seasons, personal stats, team, the team name that they played for, what league they are in. Steve Searcy was in the International League. So without any further ado, I'm going to get into this. We're just going to start cracking packs here. We got a long way to go, and there's probably going to be a bunch of players we haven't heard of. So we'll just dive right in. Cal Eldred, Clay Bellinger, father of Cody Bellinger. So I'll put the guys I know off to the side there. Rich Amaral. Love that Molson Canadian type logo there. That's another great thing about this is the photos, the logos. Chris Hoyles, good catcher there for the Orioles. Although the backs of these cards are damaged and they don't stick, but some damage on these packs, on these cards. Chris Hammond, I think, pitched in the majors a little bit. So, that's actually not a bad pack. You'll see as we get going. There's going to be some packs here where you're not going to find anybody, really, that you know. Tom Jones. Got some manager cards. And they're glossy on the front. Rusty Richards. Some great names you're going to see in here probably. And again, I'm not seeing Jim Adducci, I think, played some Major League ball. Larry Kasian, I think maybe was around in the majors a little bit. But, again, these are a lot of AAA, AA type players. So a lot of marginal major league players. Some great poses. Some great jerseys. Some great names. Craig Smastroja. Tim Salmon, there we go. Future AL Rookie of the Year. I believe he hit over around 300 home runs career for the Angel. That's a good one. Probably the best one that we've had so far. Got the Chew right in there. Some great photos there. Luis Encarnacion. So, yeah, I mean, again, it's... a lot of guys that you may have heard of. We'll probably find a few all-stars in here. Like I said, 3 Hall of Famers in the set. But, Tim Salmon was an all-star. We'll probably find a few. Orlando Merced, nice player. Definitely hung around the majors for a while. Love these jerseys, though. And there's a little bit of sticking there. Tim Bogar played with the Mets a little bit. So, hopefully with 880 cards in the set. We're not going to find too many duplicates. I would certainly hope not. Got trainer cards, so 880 cards, they threw in some trainers. So a bloated set, to say the least. 880 is just, in one series, is just massive. Got coaches here. So there you go. And hopefully, you know, like I said, I've opened a few off to the side. I've put a few packs aside for giveaway. Got about 30 packs here to open, so not gonna spend a whole lot of time unless it's somebody notable. So there you go. You know, that first pack we opened, we found a few notable major leaguers, and then all of a sudden you find a couple of packs that just really don't have anybody that I've heard of. Tom Prince, I think, hung around the majors for a little while. There we go. Curt Schilling, borderline Hall of Famer. He's not in, but Curt Schilling is in this set with the Rochester Red Wings. I think at that point, Orioles. Let's see yes, affiliate of the Orioles. And you could see some Baltimore stats in there. So he was, around this time, he was trying to break in. And I believe 89 is where you'll find his rookie cards in the major brands. So Curt Schilling, definitely a top player here. And hopefully we'll hit on our 3 Hall of Famers. Again, I mean, I bought this box for $17.50, so there's not a lot of value here. Somewhat obscure. I mean, look at this photo. You got the glare from the flash. Terry Collins, future Mets manager. Some of these might be good for through-the-mail autographs. I might have to test one of these to see if a Sharpie holds on cards this glossy. They're very, very glossy. They're not bricked. They are kind of hard to thumb through. There we go. Jeff Bagwell with the New Britain Red Sox Hall of Famer. This is before, obviously, he got traded to the Astros in the Larry Anderson trade, which many consider one of the most lopsided trades in Major League Baseball history. But there you go, Jeff Bagwell. And we'll keep him there in the front. But one of the 3 Hall of Famers. And a lot of people don't realize Jeff Bagwell was a Red Sox. I believe he's from the Northeast. And was with the Red Sox. And because he played his whole career with the Astros. Jay Baller. I remember seeing one of his 88 Topps cards with the chest hair. So Jay Baller here, clearly going up and down. Ben McDonald, former #1 pick with the Orioles. Didn't quite make it, but was definitely a top prospect. Stan Belinda with the Pirates for a few years. Phil Plantier, top prospect with the Red Sox. Craig Paquette. Certainly hung around in the majors for a while, so a couple of good packs there. Kurt Manwaring definitely hung around in the 90s as a catcher in the majors. I think the Giants is where I remember hearing or seeing him. Reggie Sanders. Really, really good major leaguer. If I'm not mistaken, he had 300 career home runs and famously came up with the Reds. So I think he played a few other places, but the Reds is where I remember him. So not too bad. I mean, you know, we're about getting close to halfway through here. Definitely cool to see some of these, you know, stars, and some of the people we pulled in here are guys who've made all-star teams. So nice to see some of these guys before they, you know, they hit the big time. And you know, to see some of these guys who just, you know, never never quite made it. For a lot of these guys, you know, this may have been one of their only professional baseball card sets. So, you know, these, you know, I think these sets hold value to certain people and certain players. You know, they may not register with too many of you, especially the younger viewers. But, you know, for people like me who followed baseball the 80s and the 90s, you know, we're seeing some familiar names and many unfamiliar. But Ron Tingley, great name. Baseball card vandals really could have a field day with these. So there we go, Mike Smith. A couple of packs here without some notable names. Doug Strange played a little in the majors, certainly remember him. Steve Swisher with the creepy bus driver glasses. Unfortunately, you're not going to find the likes of like Derek Jeter in here. Jeter was drafted in 92, so this is a couple years before that. You won't see guys like him in there, but love that Canadians jersey. Gary Nichols, Eric Fox, great pose there. Some staged shots, the local photographers coming out there to take some photos. And you can tell some of these guys are not even professional photographers. You got some of these cards where the, you know, the shadows on the player's face. So, you know, it's interesting to see the quality vary between these shots. Outfielder who is holding a catcher's mitt. We saw that with the Roberto Hernandez pitcher holding a catcher's mitt. Looks like these guys may have had a little bit of fun with some of these poses. The Brewers classic logo. And we haven't seen too many duplicates, which is very good considering how large this set is. Mike Maddox, the brother of Greg Maddox, played in the majors for a while. Jeff Pico, who I think we've seen him in the Line Drive set that I opened from '92. I think Jeff Pico was in there if I remember right. Paul Coleman. Just not finding Mel Stottlemyre. Denny Nagel, Paul Sorrento. Okay. All right, let's continue on here. Yankees, Clippers, coaches all on the same card. What do we got here? Stump Merrill, Clete Boyer. So we're getting down to about the last 10 or so packs here. Juan Guzman, future ace of the Blue Jays, world champion Blue Jays in the early 90s. That's a good one. I believe he may have made he should have made at least one All-Star team. Steve Schartz. That's a name right there. So there you go. I'm going to hold on to that one. Rick Reed, future Mets starting pitcher in the mid to late 90s, finally came around. Barney Nugent, trainer there for the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Red Barons. John Hudak, pitcher. Do remember him hitting the majors for a little bit. Looks like he's got the fungo bat going there with the tape on it. Willie Green, don't know him. John Habian, made the Yankees a couple of seasons there in the early 90s, so a few years from here, 92, 93, 94, he was a reliever for the Yankees. So he hung around for a little bit. Jeff Carter got the multiple bats. Brian Hunter, I don't believe it's the same Brian Hunter that we know. Another 6 packs or so here. These plastic packs are a little tough to rip through. Scott Pose. Derek Lee. I don't believe that's the same Derek Lee that with the Cubs from the early 2000s. Would have been too early for that. Andy Cook. Don't know. So a few more to go here, and I'm just going to take these all out of the box so that I can more easily get to them. Kind of stuck in the back corner there. Wade Taylor made the Yankees for a couple years in the early 90s. Didn't stick around too long. Rich Yett. Kevin Kennedy. Major League Manager in the 90s, also MLB TV. You've probably seen him there. Norberto Martin, I believe, hit the majors just a little bit. That name sounds familiar. And again, you know, really not finding any duplicates here. Jeff Manto, Major Leaguer for a little while. Wes Chamberlain with the Phillies. I think with the Phillies, if I remember right. Roger Salkeld made the majors a little bit as a starting pitcher. Nice pose there on the Paul Ferries card. So the Bagwell seems to be the big hit of the box, followed by the Schilling card. And, you know, for $17.50, I don't expect, or I don't think anybody should be paying much more than that for a box of cards where the players really, you're not going to know most of these players. I don't. I'm guessing most of you probably haven't heard of most of the players I've pulled here. But if you're looking for a fun break with some friends who are into 90s baseball and you want to maybe try to find an Edgar Martinez, Frank Thomas, or a Bagwell, great. And there we go. The Azalea Oaks, Pat Mahomes, father of quarterback Patrick Mahomes. Pat made the majors in the mid to late 90s with the pitched with the Mets some and with the Twins most notably. So nice card there. Billy Bean, I am not sure if this is the same. I think it is the GM, Billy Bean, because he did play with Detroit. And again, the back of the card's damaged, but I'll have to double check that. I believe that is the future GM of the A's. 2 more to go on this box break. But yeah, $17.50, not bad. I wouldn't pay a whole lot more. But these days, you really can't find a box of anything for less than 20 bucks unless you get lucky. So this has certainly been a fun break. If you could find it, there you go. All-Star Ryan Klesko with the Braves, Sumter Braves. a few years away from hitting it big with the Atlanta Braves and the Padres later on. Jeff McKnight, Major Leaguer. And the last pack, here we go. And we'll do a quick hit on some of the bigger players we found. There's 3. Unless we find something here. Randy Roeder, trainer. Just what you want out of your packs of cards. Geronimo Pena, Major Leaguer for a bit. Tim Spear made the majors a little bit. Johnny Ard and Don Wakamatsu. That's it for this box. Our big hits, well, Darryl Kyle, not necessarily, but the biggest hits, Ryan Klesko. This is the biggest one of the box, the Jeff Bagwell card there, Hall of Famer. So we found one of the 3. We didn't find Edgar Martinez or Frank Thomas, but we also found Curt Schilling, probably the 4th best card in the box. And Tim Salmon, another really good player. So 4 really, really solid Major League ball players, borderline Hall of Famer and Curt Schilling, and a Hall of Famer and Jeff Bagwell. So really can't complain there. And then, you know, a short stack of notable MLB players. And I'm going to check my TTM website and see if any of these guys signed through the mail. I'd love to get them to sign some of these early career cards. So there you have it. That is 1990 CMC Premier Edition Pre-Rookie Baseball cards. We thank you for watching, and stay tuned for box breaks every week. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, everyone. So long.